diaries of my youth are full of longing for boys that I like but never ended up with. I get it now. I was the token ugly friend, the wing woman, the girl next door whose role was to be ignored every time. I get it. It was not you, it was me. And as the years piled on like pounds from all sorts of comfort eating, so did the parade of male delicacies, eye candy for most, but boy, I ate them all up from the sidelines anyway. When I was not quite done with schoolboys and their mysteries, the old man who ran an aquarium near my house ran his hands over my breast, smiling to let me know it was completely intentional. Ignoring my protests until I scratched him and marched out of there. I remember everything because I wrote it down and buried it under entries about boys that I like but could never look at the same way again. I didn't tell my parents. I was sure it was somehow my fault for having breasts, my fault for having the audacity to be in that shop with no man present to call me his daughter or his woman. I did not want my father to take away a freedom so hard-won so soon after he can no longer imprison me for being a girl. But I did not want anyone to tell me, at least you didn't get raped, as if a consolation prize was better than winning a fucked up contest nobody asked to sign up for at birth. We're not candy, up for grabs whether or not anyone is looking. Sometimes when I see someone who reminds me of that old man, I try to get far away so he can't reach. I try not to make eye contact because his hands will always find me, and I don't want to see him smile. The diaries of my youth are full of longing for boys that I like but never ended up with, boys whose names I won't even remember if I didn't write them down. Just like how I probably wouldn't remember why, after almost 20 years, I still don't like being touched. I get it. I grew up into that woman who doesn't merit a second glance, who couldn't push you away fast enough, even if you did look. So forgive me if you're old enough to flip my triggers or young enough to remind me that I've lost my taste for candy. I get it now. It's not you, it's me. It's me too.